Welcome to Kidstreet. It's the kids' game with the incredible prizes. Let's meet today's contestants. The red team, Corey and his sister, Colby. The green team, David and his sister, Andrea. And the blue team, Heather and her brother, Jimmy. And now let's welcome the host of Kidstreet, Kevin Frank.
Everybody, welcome to Kidstreet. Thank you very much. That's nice. Well, by the big clock on the wall, it is race time. And do you think one of these teams is going to take home today's grand prize?
Yeah!
Well, before they take it home, we better find out what it is. Kathy?
One team could take home a deluxe Nintendo Entertainment System, a combination 5-inch television and AM/FM stereo, a $200 gift certificate from Toys and Wheels, the Music Partner portable keyboard, and there's more. A Kidstreet stereo set with turntable, your own push-button phone, a fabulous new camcorder with a portable monitor, and finally, Kevin, matching all-terrain mountain bikes from Leader.
Nice prizes! And that's what you're racing towards. In case you hadn't noticed, we sent your teammates backstage. They're not going to hear your answers. They're going to come back and try to match those answers for big, big points. And we're going to start the race with Kobe. How will Corey say you like your eggs prepared?
Corey would say scrambled.
Corey would say you like your eggs prepared scrambled. Over to Andrea. How will David say you like your eggs prepared?
Scrambled.
You also say scrambled. And we'll go down to Jimmy. How do you think Heather would say you like your eggs prepared?
She'd say I like them boiled.
Boiled. You like your eggs boiled. Second question, we'll start in the center lane with Andrea. If you were about to leave for the moon and you could take one other person along, who would David say that person would be?
My best friend.
And what's her name?
Liz.
You would take Liz with you. And you think David would say that? Let's go down to the blue lane. Jimmy, if you were about to leave for the moon and you could take one person along with you, who would Heather say that person would be?
Jeff Nugent.
Jeff Nugent. All right, we'll take that answer. And Kobe, if you were going to the moon, you got to bring somebody along. Who would Corey say that person would be?
Corey would say my mom.
Your mom. You'd bring Mom along to the moon. I think I'd have to go along with that one. I'd bring Mom, too, if I was going to the moon. We'll see if they match. Third question of this round. Jimmy, will Heather say that you would rather play a sport, be a team owner, or be a sportscaster?
Be a sportscaster.
You'd rather be a sportscaster. We'll see if she matches that. Kobe, would Corey say you would rather be a team owner, a sportscaster, or play the sport?
Play the sport.
Corey would say you would like to play the sport. And Andrea, same question. If we were to ask David, what would he say you would rather be? Play the sport, a team owner, or a sportscaster?
A sportscaster.
You think David would say you would be a sportscaster? We've got your answers. We're going to see if the teammates can match those answers for points coming up right after this. Don't go away. And if you just joined us, welcome to Kidstreet. You say scrambled. Andrea, what did you say?
Scrambled.
Yes, you did. There's the first match of the game. It's worth 1 point to the green team. Heather, how does Jimmy like his eggs prepared?
I'd have to say boiled eggs.
You'd say boiled. Jimmy, what did you say?
Boiled eggs.
Yes, you did. And there's another point handed out to the blue team. Second question. We'll go to David first. If Andrea was about to leave for the moon and she could take one other person along, who would she take?
Her friend Liz.
Her friend Liz. Andrea, who did you say?
Liz.
Yes, you did. It looks like you and Liz are going to the moon. Heather, if Jimmy had to go to the moon, and I think he is, he's going to bring along a friend. Who would he choose to go with him?
He'd bring his best friend, Chris.
His best friend, Chris. And Jimmy, who did you say?
Jeff.
Jeff. Oh, dear. Why did you say Chris, Heather?
Because that's his best friend. He's known him for a long time.
Oh, and Jimmy, you didn't want to take Chris on this trip? Oh, you didn't? You didn't think he's good?
He makes too much noise.
Oh, and you have to be quiet on the moon? Is that it? Okay. Well, we didn't match on that one. Over to the red lane. Corey, if Kobe had to go to the moon and she could take one person with her, who would she take?
Natalie.
You say Natalie. Kobe, who did you say?
My mom.
Your mom! Oh, boy. I think I'd take Mom to the moon, too. She sounds like she'd be a good person to have along. Last question of this lap. We'll go down to the blue lane. Heather, do you think that Jimmy would rather play a sport, be a team owner, or be a sportscaster?
Be on a sport team.
You think he'd rather be on a sport team? And Jimmy, what did you say?
Be a sportscaster.
Be a sportscaster. Ooh, we didn't match on that one. Corey, do you think that Kobe would rather be a sport, play the sport, I should say, be a team owner, or be a sportscaster?
Play the sport.
You say play the sport. Kobe, what answer did you give us?
Play the sport.
Yes, you did. There's the first point for the red team. She'd rather play the sport. You'd rather participate than watch. Is that right, Kobe? Do you play sports now?
Yeah.
Great. So you don't own any teams then?
No.
No. Okay. David, do you think that Andrea would rather play a sport, be a team owner, or be a sportscaster?
I think she'd rather play a sport.
You think she'd rather play a sport? And Andrea, what answer did you give us?
Be a sportscaster.
A sportscaster. She'd rather talk about it than play it. Well, we've got your answers. We're going to take a little time and find out more about our contestants today and find out their likes and dislikes. And we'll start with Corey. And Corey has a great collection. What do you collect, Corey?
Hats.
Hats. And how many hats do you have?
80.
80 hats. How do you keep track of 80 hats?
Just count them.
Well, that's a simple enough answer for a simple question. We'll move on to Kobe. Kobe's got an interesting collection as well. What do you collect?
Erasers.
Erasers. How many erasers have you got?
22.
22. And I'm not going to ask how you keep track of them. But what's the most unusual eraser you have?
A toilet.
An eraser that's a toilet. That's fantastic. I'm not going to say anything. Okay, David is in the green team, and he plays hockey, and he's got a room full of trophies. What are the trophies for?
I have most of them for tournaments, and I have 2 most sportsmanlike, and lots of other things.
I see. How many do you have?
22.
22 trophies. I'm sure that's an impressive trophy case. And I wish you continued success in that sport. Next to you is your sister, Andrea. Andrea loves drama. And at her tender age, she has already written, acted, and produced in her own play. What was the name of that play?
The Tale of Mary.
The Tale of Mary. What kind of play was it?
It was a mystery.
Wow. And who did you perform that for?
Well, we did it twice. We did it for a school talent show, and we did it with one of our teachers at our school who's an actor.
Mm-hmm.
And with him we did it for a lady who's the leader of all the drama in Calgary.
I see. So you were more or less auditioning for the future, were you?
Yeah.
Well, good luck in that. That's a fun field to be in, and to be able to wear all those different hats. Maybe you should talk to Corey, and he'll give you a couple of them. Congratulations. And we have Heather in the blue lane, and Heather plays piano, and she's got a recital coming up. What's your favorite song to play?
The theme on a TV is Hill Street Blues.
Hill Street Blues, you like that theme song?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, that's a nice one. I like a lot of the television theme songs these days. They're pretty fun. And how long have you been playing piano?
Well, I did it when I was in grade 1, and then I quit, and then I went back just last year.
So you sort of took a break and then went back to it. Okay, and then Jimmy next to you is your brother, and he plays baseball. He's a good catcher. And you've hit quite a few home runs recently.
Yeah.
How many did you hit?
20 or 30.
20 to 30 home runs. Well, I could think of a few teams that would want you on their team for 20 or 30 home runs. Well, right now, the score so far has the red team with 1 point. The green team has 2 points. And the blue team has 1 point. It's a close one, and we're going to try to mix up that score in mixed round, where matching answers are worth 3 points. Don't miss that one. That's going to be exciting. Coming up on Kidstreet right after this.